Hi, this is Mail Express. This is our first YouTube channel, first of a series of YouTube channels that I will be educating people on how to package items, mail a letter, and do international, anything that you feel that is necessary to get your package from one destination to the next. Well, I'm proud to say, since this is our first, and hopefully, many more channels, we like an integral summation of what you would like to see at this channel. So I will, we will both get better, we both be knowledgeable, and I will entertain any questions you might have. So without further ado, the first thing we'll do is have people ask me how to write a letter. This will be a simple letter, and of course, a lot of people, with the advent of technology, the post office still has the basic letter format, which how to get from one point to the next, one point to its destination, from origin to destination, and I will discuss this with you today. So the mailing system is very unique. The whole basis of the mail is to, the U.S. Postal at least, is to get one envelope from one destination, from one origin to its destination. And we have three lines for getting that there. We have the company, we have the company or the person, the house number or building number, the address, whether it's a street, circle, parkway, whatever, as a second line, and we have the city and state and zip code. All right. So the way we challenge this, the first line would always be the company name, the first name, uh, or the individual's name. Then we'll have again the street address, or I'm sorry, the house or building number. If it's a company, it's a building number. If it's a house, it's a house number, and then the corresponding place. In this case, this is Washington Street, or it could be Washington Avenue, Washington Court, so forth and so on. And then we have the city and state and zip code. A lot of people ask me about when they put down the specifically the state. The state has to is traditionally spelled. The city is traditionally spelled out. The state does not have to be spelled out. It could be abbreviated. In this case, NY, but you could put CT for Connecticut. You could put IL for Illinois, so forth and so on. But the city has to be spelled out. Otherwise, it will be a problem getting through the postal system. Other questions I'm told I'm being asked is the zip code. The zip code is very important. It established, well, just think of it like a pie in quarters. Quarters, there's all sections. And every place, in this case, New York has a section which the postal department reads as the zip code where the item will be led to. So everything that you see here is very crucially important for getting your items from one point to the next. One other question people ask me is the last four digits uh, to the place, to the location. Now, the last four is not overly concerning to the individual sending a letter. It can be omitted. That won't nullify the entire address. Mostly it's for the post office purposes. If you know it, beautiful. That's beautiful. You can put it on. If you don't, it doesn't knock off any time or delay getting into its location. So one of the things that I find out when people sending mail, for example, you'll have a crossbreed between company and residential address. We can merge that with this. In this case, we're sending it to Miss Jane. Now, Miss Jane lives at a nursing facility. A nursing facility is residential, but is seen as a corporate. For example, A and B nursing center, or any type of nursing home. It's a business, but I want to write to Miss Jane for Miss Jane to get a letter. So the way we do this, we write on top Miss Jane, care of the ABC Nursing Home, which is a business. We can put Washington, as I say, 234 Washington Street in this case, apartment 484, New York, New York, 1234, and so forth, etc. Right? The only changes here is the person's name and the business name. So when the mail lady or the mail person, reach the location, she hands it off to the business, and the business sorts it out which location is the person. And if you have a lot of people now living in apartment complex that live vertically rather than horizontally. People live vertically up above each other. So there's apartments. So if you omit an apartment address, it will still get to the location perhaps. But without anybody being there, they can't find that apartment building unless the postal worker knows you, knows where you live, or there's a front desk, they know who you are, and so forth and so on. All right. So if you have any questions about that, just please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Now, we are done with the hopefully with the addressing or the addressee as it's called. So we look at where it's coming from. All right. So if you look at this, it has the same functions as the addressee. All right. So when we write a letter, we have to put the where it's coming from. That means the business name or the person's name, the address as seen above, and the state, city, and zip code. All right, or city, state, zip code. All right. As you can see here, the city is spelled out, and the state is abbreviated, and then there's the zip code. And of course, the last other four numbers numerically is arbitrary. All right. Now, the only reason for this, and I guess you can chop it to post 9/11. I hate to bring that up, but it is required to put a return address. Only because if the person's not at this address, Jane is not there, she moved, whatever case may be, it will be returned to the sender. That's why we get the nomenclature RTS. RTS means return to sender. All right, and it will be returned to the item. And don't worry, there's usually not a charge of return. Once you pay your fee for this letter to get there, if nobody's there, it will be the post office responsibility to return the letter to you, and they will explain why. If the place is vacant, unclassified, so forth, they will have myriads of reasons why they will return this letter to you. Okay, so that's that. Now, the pricing of each letter, you will have to check with the postal office. But the pricing of the letter, it's always, it changes from time to time. But we always want to put a stamp on it. These are the stamps that are used, but you can get the stamps at the post office, wherever you buy, stamps. And you always want to put it to the far right of the legal size letter, as shown here. All right. You don't want to obstruct anything down here or the address, right? You want to make sure that the postage is current. We use forever stamps, which means that you can have the stamps from now forever, and whatever the prices go up, you can still use that forever stamp. In this case, I have my own discounted rate stamps that I can put on the envelope. Guarantees me a discount. Now, people will always ask me, how would I know how many stamps to put on the envelope? Well, the rule of thumb that I use is that for every ounce, there is one stamp. Meaning, if this letter is an ounce and the paper is not bulky, one stamps go on the envelope. All right. What I typically use if I weigh the scale and the weight is more than 1 ounce, 1.3, 1.4, I'll use an additional stamp. Okay. So every ounce is an additional stamp. All right. And I always up. You can't go wrong. I always up for like 2.3, make it 3. 4.5, make it 5, and I use additional stamps. Okay, at some point, anytime the envelope reach 15 ounces or beyond 15 ounces, it becomes a package, a small package. Okay, and also it has to go through other trials to make sure that the stamp that is properly stamped, meaning that there is a let me see what I got. Let me see. Meaning there is a U.S. Postal Service first class mail makeshift item, where if it could fit smoothly without any friction, it's still good to go. If the mail is a little bulky and doesn't fit in, it goes to another machine, which is non-machinable. Okay, it's called non-machinable. And right here, this is a good guide as well. Gives you all that you need with the size of the envelope, postcards and the like. As of course, if you use postcards, the postage are significantly less for postcards than it is for legal mail. All right. So there we have it. Don't want to bog you down today with all the other stuff unless you have a question, and we'll review, backtrack if you have any questions of me. And so this is how you mail out a letter, and with the stamp on it, of course. All right. So hit me up, like if you like, dislike if you dislike, and just tell us why you dislike it, and maybe we can entertain more of your questions of us. Again, this is Mail Express. Keep in touch, and we will keep in touch. Thank you.